taste in my mouth. Anyways, what is up, my TV heads? It is whatever. Actually, that wasn't even good enough. I have to. Ah, it is that time again for a what if. Now I'm doing it without the suit because this is one of my newest attachments. It is called a tab. Take a break. It's my series where I just do it freestyle, or I rehearse it and then I freestyle. Before you click off the video, the title is true. Do not worry. This is not clickbait. This is literally if he had a car. That is it. And maybe some extra superpowers. But that's about it, okay? Not like superpowers, but like skills. Special skills. Not very good skills. Anyways, not useful skills. Whatever. Enough of my rambling. Just get it over with. Alright. So, we start out with Deku having quite a suspiciously normal life. Like well, actually, he's born in kind of the hood, like just a bit the hood. Like he's a white boy in the hood. Okay, so it's like kind of, you know. So it's like his mom's the same, kind of, but a little bit more, you know, fat because of economic depression, and you know, just stuff in general like that. So you know, his life just kind of sucks. Like in general, just in general, his life pretty much sucks. So that sucks for him. Everybody sucks. Now, Deku himself, pretty normal. He gets recruited by the Yakuza when he turns 10, so that's pretty cool. Not cool at all, actually. Getting recruited to the gang is actually pretty terrifying and pretty bad. But when he does, they teach him how to break into cars and stuff like that. Just in general, break in cars and like fight people, kind of like fight people in general, but he's just a rough dog fighter. Barely even a fighter. Steals cars when he's young, steals a lot of cars, hides them places, got a Rolls Royce once, but he sold it and got like a lot of money from the Yakuza for it. So he's pretty proud of himself by now, and he has a reputation with the Yakuza. And when he turns 15, his mom's like, you sure do love your cars. You want to get an actual driver's license? He's like, hey, sure. Like, I might as well have something, you know? So the Yakuza didn't even know he was going there. And they hate that he didn't tell them. So he goes to the DMV, and there's this old lady that quizzes him on the stuff, right? And this old lady, he recognizes her from the Yakuza branch. Like the head of the Yakuza branch, and he's like, "Oh shit, that's the old lady. She runs this whole fucking thing." So you know, he knows that there's something like going on here. He's like, "Yo, aren't you the head?" She's like, "Shh, you idiot. Come now, you wouldn't want to blow her cover, would you?" He's like, "Oh, okay. Secret DMV Yakuza member. I'm fine with that. This is cool." And she's like, "No, you don't even understand." And she like opens a button and it like a freaking trap door comes up, and there's like beats coming from it, and it's like a bunch of people down there doing cocaine and shit. There's just a bunch of drugs around. She's like, "Go and see." Like yeah, go and see. So basically he goes to the party in the middle of the day. Not good stuff in there. Like raves and shit, just like a bunch of stuff that you don't want to get into. And just like, to summarize basically what that night was, is basically the ending is him waking up, no shirt, only pants, in a car. Before you jump to conclusions, his asshole does not hurt. So that is a saving grace. Now there's two Yakuza members next to him that are both his friends. Like, kind of friends, like Yakuza friends. Guys that stick together. And he's like, "Oh shit, what happened last night?" And they're like, "Yeah, they did some really messed up stuff to you." He's like, "The fuck?" And they're like, "You tripping out, bro?" He's like, "I don't even know right now." So like, yeah, he's tripping balls. And He's been injected with some kind of like this spacey thing in his head where he can't think right now. For right now, he's kind of going insane a little bit on the fritz. And now the driver, Brutus, one of the top branches of the Yakuza, is like, "Hey boys, word came down from top brass. Not brass. That's a military term. Top dogs? No, he wouldn't say dogs. That's just some from the leaders. From the leaders. No, from all for one. From Ollie. They call him Ollie. From Ollie. They're like, shit, from Ollie? And he's like, yeah. Says that we're gonna raid the USJ in 3 days. You boys ready? They're all like, aren't there kids there? We don't want to attack children. We're not murderers. You've done worse. Yeah, but we're still not gonna murder people. Come on. Stop joking around, Brutus. He's like, you best shut your mouth. Watch your tone. And then takes out his frickin' pistol and right in the face, right in the forehead, right in the head, killing both of them. Blood splatters everywhere and stuff. And Deku's like, holy shit. What did I just... Okay. And Brutus is like, you understand now, kid? And he's like, I don't think I understand anything right now. But yeah. Cool. And he's like, whatever. Like, he doesn't even know what to do with him anymore. So he's sitting in the front seat, right? And Deku's like, I gotta get out of this. They're going to the headquarters. I gotta get out of this. I don't want to fight them. I don't want to fight the kids. I wanted to be a hero. What am I doing? And he freaks out and he takes like a cord and wraps around Brutus's neck, and then throws him out the window. Gets in the front seat, gasses it. Now Brutus banged his head on the front on the concrete, cutting his eye right here, and making him bleed there. And he gets a concussion and kind of just straight up falls, just asleep. He forgets about the car and stuff, what the car is. So basically, they hunt down Deku for about 2 days. Oh no, for 1 day right now. And he has the limousine in his mom's garage. Its back is hanging out. And he's like, let's just hope they don't look left on the left turn. That's pretty rough time. And they're all searching for him. And he's like, hey, Ma, could you just not mention my name for about a year? And she's like, okay. You okay, son? And he's like, yeah. And she's like, good. And he's like, I might need to go to the university? Yeah, it was a gigantic U. I need to go to the university. Don't go anywhere or else you'll die. She's like, or else what? Nothing. You'll be fine. Just don't leave. Don't leave. And she's like, oh, okay. Just have fun. And he's like, I hope I don't, because he'll have fun running away. She's like, oh, okay. She's really worried for him by now. He goes to the USJ. He gets out of his limousine. He parks it in a secret spot so that none of the gangsters see him. And he walks up to the door, and then there's Brutus as the bodyguard, and he's like, oh shit. Brutus is like, I thought so. Reaching for his gun. Deku's like, oh god. And he looks to the left and right of him. There's Yakuza members waiting for him to try to run away. He's like, no, I'm kidding. He doesn't fight. He's like, car. And he punches the window, puts his hand inside, takes the car keys from the front seat. I know he hotwires it in almost 2 seconds. Do you know how hard it is to hotwire a car in speed? Speed running this shit, man. Hard as fuck. Just and he has to throw a rock on the gas that he picked up on the way. to keep it going, and he runs over like 3 Yakuza members, and they like roll over the freaking thing and go out, and they're probably dead now. He doesn't know, and he's like, dead roadkill. That's what I heard. And he just like keeps on going. And he's like, really bad cutscene. But he's like, okay. And he gets back to his house with the stolen car, parks it in the same garage. And he's like, oh God, the children are gonna die. So the next day, he's like, oh God, it's the day of the US attack. I gotta go tell them. Oh no. And he's like, I don't want to return there because they're just waiting for me. And he's like really distraught about this. And he's like, and he's turning to booze basically. And until his mom's like, what's wrong? And he's like, there's people that want to hurt kids. And I worked for them. But when I didn't want to do it, now I'm their bad guy. She's like, well, sometimes people need to be the bad guy. He's like, yeah, you're right. Huh. Alright. Takes the car keys, bashes out the door, just runs straight to the car, gets in, starts it up, and he's like, it's around like what, before school starts? No, yesterday it was before school starts when he took the car. Starts the car up, gets to the USJ. He knows that all the villains are supposed to be going there, and he finds his limousine that he had parked outside of the thing, and he like, as he gets out of the car that he stole, he kind of like takes the keys out from outside, and he like hits something kind of hairy. He's like, what the fuck? Drops the keys. He like pats it on the head. Feels it. No, he keeps the keys. He's like, what the hell? And then he looks at him, and he's like, oh shit. And it's just Aizawa going like, excuse you, but this is my car. What are you doing, villain? And he's like, you have a parking ticket. Goodbye. He just kind of like dashes around, and as Aizawa's following him, he's like, villain, get back here. And he's like chasing him throughout like the underground, and he like successfully dodges him multiple times, which is very impressive, by the way. It's Aizawa, come on. And he gets back into Aizawa's car, starts it up, rams through the gate. And before this, he had tied the car to his limousine, to the limo, so that he's tugging the limo around with him. And now they start this like 3-minute chase where Aizawa is like trying to hunt him down and like throws like a dart and pokes out like the wheels in his car, but loses him a little bit. So then Deku gets out of the car, gets in the limousine, unties the limousine, starts up the limousine, and gets out of there before Aizawa can catch him. Do you know how insane that is? This dude good with it. I feel bad saying that. Now, Deku keeps on driving, but now Aizawa's caught up. Now he's on basically the back of his car, kind of like trying to smash in the windows and try to like take control. And he's like losing control, and he's trying to remember the directions, but right now he's kind of fending off a, top 10 pro hero. So, it's kind of hard. It's just, and then he like, I think there's a right turn here. Oh shit. And then like, you go to, the children, they're here. I forgot. The freaking, USJ. All the children getting in class and like, where's Aizawa? Like they all ask around. And 19's like, we'll start without him. It's fine. Who are those people? They're all, and then like Tomura, Shigaraki. Wait, Tomura, Shigaraki? Kyogiri? Kyogiri's that guy, right? Yeah. Kyogiri like summons everybody. Except the Noma. The Noma comes in later. And he's like, prepare to pay, heroes. Nomu, and then just as Deku rams his car into the side of the USJ, overrunning frickin' runs over frickin' 19 on accident. Yeah, because he couldn't really see what's happening. Jumps off of a ramp. With Aizawa still on the back, like barely holding on, and then falls onto frickin' Kirigiri, concussing him and knocking him out. This hurt that. Tomura's like, what the fuck? And Aizawa's still holding on the back. He's like, there he is. Fuck you. And he just like jumps off the back of the car and then lands an axe kick onto Tomura's head. This almost knocks out Kirigiri. Like, he's almost out of the running. Regains his stance, and then like starts fighting Aizawa. Now, Deku's car, after running over 19 and then jumping off the ramp, it's pretty bad. The limousine is really totaled. It can still run perfectly, but its hull is like bent. And he's like, I can still carry passengers, but I can't do anything around here. So he's like, I can take the kids away. I can do something good. And he runs over a few of the freaking villains on the way up, just on the side, you know. Some of them try to like hit his car, but they miss. Well, it's too tough for them to pierce its hull. He rides up the mountain. He's like, "You need a ride, kids?" And they're all like, "Yeah, kind of. You're a stranger and a part of the Yakuza, but well, they don't know that he's a member of the Yakuza yet. They still think that he killed 19 though, so they might trust him. Let's say that they all get in his car anyways." And he drives them back to the university. Sorry about that. Back into it. Where was I? Took a long break. I believe that Aizawa just beat the shit out of Tomura because he got him off guards, and also he would beat him anyways without Kirigiri. So after he beats up Tomura, just bashing him into the ground and then bashing his head, and then Shigaraki like kind of like wakes up a little bit, like, what the hell? And then Aizawa kicks him into the wall. He's like, "You're awake now, huh? Whatever. It doesn't matter if there's two of you. I'll take you all on." Then he like relieves his hood and stuff, and he's like, "I actually have to get serious here." And then Shigaraki is like, "You don't know what you're messing with." And he's like, "Oh, I have plenty of ideas." It's like, "No, not me. It." The Nomu, introducing to you exclusively, the Nomu. The Nomu comes out, grabbing Aizawa by the head. Aizawa like punching it so hard, but then it just like kind of trucks him into the wall, feasibly like giving him a concussion, but not knocked out. He just gets back up because it's Aizawa. Come on, when has he ever done something like that? It comes over and it just starts going like, "Here comes the bang bang," and then it like kind of throws a punch. And before I could do that, Deku jumps through the wall, direct hitting frickin' the Nomu in the head with the front of his limousine, splatting its head open and taking it to the ground as his limousine crushes him on the back end as it bounces off of his body and then flattens down into a ditch. As Deku gets out of the smoking limousine now, like, oh god, I did something. Who the fuck was that? Like, what was that? And Aizawa was like, what? You ran over him with your car? And he's like, yeah, I guess I did. And he's like, Jesus. What? These are villains, you can't just kill them. And he's like, I'm not trying to kill them. That guy survived. And then Tomura's like, shit. And then like, Kirigiri got beaten so hard that he can't even, he can teleport back Tomura, but not himself. And Shigaraki, gets basically captured. All the rest of the villains were defeated by Aizawa. Aizawa's a badass, trust me. And yeah, but he's like, you can't just kill villains, kid, just because you're Yakuza. And he's like, how'd you know I was Yakuza? He's like, the tattoo on your neck. Yeah. You don't exactly try to conceal it, do you? There's no use in concealing what's obvious. I mean, I steal cars for a living. What else would you expect me to be? He's like, you don't have to be a Yakuza. He's like, as long as this tattoo stands, I think it thinks otherwise. I would beg to differ. Kid, what do you actually want to be? All this car stuff, you seem to love it, but your heart's not in it. You just saved all those kids. What do you actually want to be? Oh, I guess a hero. What? You don't have a quirk. How do you plan on being a hero? I got a car. Having a car is not a quirk. Plus, you'll kill the villains that you try to take down. Nuh-uh. I'll try to not kill them. Put bumpers on my car. Kid, listen. There's villains you can't even imagine, with powers that come from other worlds, and whole kingdoms based off of quirks that are overpowered. What good could a kid with a car do? Well, why don't I just show you? Take me in. Come on. Think about it. I want to be a hero. I want to help people with a car. It doesn't have to be the car. I can train. Training will only get you so far. Trust me, I know it, kid. I've already reached my peak limit as a human. Yours can't be that far ahead. Kid, you can only go so far. Maybe you're right. Maybe so. But you know what? I'll still make it. I don't care what you say. Fine, kid. As all the heroes come in, Nursery Girl like kisses Aizawa and stuff. And he's like, thanks, old woman. And she's like, I'm not that old. Come on. And Joke lady, she comes in and hugs him, and he's like, ugh. But now I got even more people to worry about me. To me, the less the better. As he's trying to walk away, all the heroes are like, yo, you defeated all those villains, kid. And he's like, I didn't defeat that many. I just saved the kids. That's about it. They're like, you should become a hero. And he's like, yeah, I was kind of planning on it. They're like, yeah, well, you'll need a teacher. And Aizawa was like, no. And he's like, I already got an idea of who I want to be taught by. And Aizawa was like, no. And the rest of the teachers are like, yeah, you'd get an almost 1A if you defeated both of them. And Aizawa was like, no. I am not gonna do that shit. This kid's only quirk is a car. What could I do with that? They're like, well, you trained yourself to be one of the greatest heroes in the world, and your quirk isn't that great. He's like, fine. He starts tomorrow, but if he quits, if he gets even a C on any question on the math test, I mean any of my tests, he's leaving. And he's going to any one of your classes or I'm kicking him. Start tomorrow, kid. Pack your bags. And your car. Yes! Well, actually, this is gonna be tough, but with the cars, I can win. So yeah, that would be it. That is it for this tab. I'm most likely doing a part 2. This one seems really fun. I do like it. I'll be doing Jack. What if Deku was Jack, which is a pumpkin one. I love that. In a little bit. Actually, not in a little bit, but I'll be sending this one out really soon. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Goodbye, my TV heads.